Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. We are going to practice for 30 minutes today. And as we start, just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches are not working for you, please skip them, come out and modify. Not every stretch and pose is for every person. Now, as we start today, you'll want a chair. So a chair at your desk is great. And if your chair has wheels, you may want to put them in the lock position so you're not rolling around too much. And as we go through our class today, I'd love to do a full body stretch. So we'll work on working tension out of the full body. And this practice will be really nice for releasing tension in those common areas that we experience through the workday. So shoulders, wrists, neck, we'll get down into the legs, we'll focus on our backs as well. So it'll be a really nice balancing practice for the body and also for the mind. It'll be very relaxing and calming and soothing for the mind. So as we get started, let's come to the edge of the seat. So you can scooch forward right to the edge there. And you may want to peek down at your legs, try to create a 90-degree angle here in the legs. And although you're not sitting against the back of your chair, maybe imagining that you could sit against a wall. So we want to feel that our spine is straight and we want to feel that our shoulders are over our hips. We want to have this very nice alignment for the spine. Now, as we start, let's come into 3 shoulder circles. So we'll take a nice deep breath, take the shoulders up towards the ears, create a large circle, and then relax your shoulders on exhale. Shoulders up, back, and down. And one more time, inhale and exhale. And then as you relax your shoulders, let's take a moment to close the eyes here. And this will be a nice opportunity just to release the day so far, to drop into your body and to drop into your breath. And as we start here, maybe just feeling your feet grounded and planted down. Feel your knees in line with your heels. Feel your knees in line with your hips. And then feel that the shoulders are over the hips. We just don't want to be leaning forward or back too much. See if you can relax your shoulders from the ears, create a little space between the ears and the shoulders. Find a neutral chin. And maybe imagine that someone could draw you by the crown of the head by a golden thread. And begin to drop in. We'll connect with our breath here. Let me connect to the rise and the fall of the breath. And then lengthening as you inhale and lengthening as you exhale. And then for a moment, just simply watching the breath as it flows in and out through your nose. And if you'd like, you can set an intention for class, and that could be anything. It's your goal or desire for your time today. And that could be that you want to relax a little bit. It might be that you're holding tension in your body and you want to release that. So there's really no right and there's no wrong intention. So as we start, let's begin to bring our right hand off to the left knee. And bring your left arm up and over, slowly under the side stretch. And then try to press in through the left sitting bone and then lengthen through the left side body. And we'll bring ourselves back to center. Let's keep that right hand where it is. We'll take our left hand to the right knee, so arms are crossed. And chin to chest on exhale, round your back. And then really rounding here. So imagine that you could create a little bit of space in between the shoulder blades. So the left hand can stay where it's at. Right arm up and over. We'll land in a side stretch on the other side. And seeing if you can roll that left shoulder under a little bit, right shoulder back slightly, finding a bit of space there in the upper body. And back to center. Let's bring that right hand to the left. Arms will be crossed opposite this time, and chin to chest. Let's round out through the back. Bringing yourself back to center. Let's sweep our arms up to the sky. We're going to take a nice full breath in here and hands to the heart. Let's try that again. Full breath in. And out 3 more times. So as we move here, take the opportunity to link your breath and to link movements. And then as the hands are at the heart space, let's circle in the other direction. We'll take our fingertips up and we'll sweep the arms out and around. Letting your hands relax. Let's bring that right hand up and over. Reach for the left side of the head. We'll work with the neck stretch here. Nice full breath to lengthen. Let's bring that right ear to the right shoulder when you're ready. And try not to force the head or pull with strength here. It's just a nice gentle suggestion of the ear to the shoulder. And release. We'll realign here. Right hand relaxes down. Let's bring that left arm up and over. Let's lengthen. Left ear to left shoulder. And breathing here. So just really nice neck release, getting some circulation, blood flowing to the area. And release. Let's try again. Little different stretch this time. So take right arm up and over. And this time, take your gaze down towards the underarm and then gaze down towards the ground. And then let that left hand just gently draw you into a stretch here. And this can just help to work some of the muscles a little differently. And we'll bring ourselves back to center. Let's realign here. We'll take that left arm up and over. Full breath here to lengthen. Let's take our gaze to the underarm and then gaze down towards the ground. And release. Let's let that one go. Circling out through the head, maybe imagine that there is a clock in front of you and that you could run your nose through the numbers of the clock. So we are just going to work this very nice rotation here. And circle in the other direction. Now reverse that movement. And release. Let's bring ourselves back on through to stillness here. We'll take a little time and work with our hips and our legs. So for this stretch, if you want to come to the edge of your seat, that might make it a little bit more accessible. Fingers will interlock, reach for the front of the knee. And let's begin to circle this knee. So we'll find a bit of organic movement here, a little bit of a circling in the hip. And finding maybe large circles here, maybe smaller circles here. And reverse. We'll flow in the other direction. And stillness. Let's take our knee to our chest. We're gonna hug it in. So for this one, let's try to pull it right into the stomach and then right into the rib cage. And this one, you can definitely use a little bit of arm strength and shoulder strength to really draw that leg in. Nice stretch for the hip joint. And then we're just gonna change this up just a little bit. So let's scooch that leg off to the right a little bit more. And then we're gonna try to pull it to the underarm. So in this one, we wanna try to avoid the stomach and the rib cage. So try to draw that towards the right a little bit more. And then again, you really use that arm strength, shoulder strength to try to pull that in towards the underarm. Good. And we'll cross the legs here. Right leg comes up and over. Maybe lift yourself up just to feel nice and balanced through both sides of your body. Take a full breath here to lengthen, and let's come down to fold when you're ready. And then we'll just do this nice gentle forward fold here. So for a moment, if you wanted to, you could close the eyes. Maybe with your exhale, just letting yourself drop deeper and deeper into the stretch. Making your way up to a neutral spine. Hold on to your chair, unwrap your legs, take them nice and wide from one another, and begin to windshield bite the knees side to side here. Shift to the left, we'll shift to the right. And as you come to stillness here, again, let's come right to the edge of the seat. Left knee, let's bring it up into our chest and into our stomach. Fingers interlock as you reach for the front of the knee. Let's bring that into circles. We'll begin to find our movement here. So as we work with the hips, sometimes one hip is very open and then the other hip is a lot more closed off. So maybe noticing that, noticing if this is the more open side of your body, maybe this is the more closed off side of your body. And reverse, we'll flow in the other direction. And release. Let's take that knee to the chest and into the stomach. So fingers interlock, reaching for the front of the knee, pulling that knee in, giving yourself a nice deep full in breath and out breath, a little bit of pressure there in that hip joint. And let's change it up. We're going to shift that leg off to the side a little bit. Try to avoid the stomach, avoid the rib cage, and then let's draw that knee into the underarm. And releasing that stretch, left leg up and over. Let's cross here. Lifting up, realigning if needed. We'll take that forward fold with the legs crossed. So nice lengthened spine, and then come on down to fold when you're ready. Hands can relax down. There's also a variation where you reach for opposite elbows underneath the body. Try to relax your head as best as possible. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension there in the head and the neck. So try to let that go with your exhale. And bringing yourself up to a neutral spine. Grab onto your chair if you need to. We're going to take our feet out nice and wide and a little swish to the right and a left. Those folds are really nice for the stomach as well. So we add a little pressure and it can be almost like a massage for the digestive system and the internal organs, which is very beneficial. So it's always nice to do those forward folds. Let's come to stillness here and we'll bring it up to standing. We'll get out of the chair for a little bit. And as we come out of the chair, let's actually use our chair for some stretching. So we'll set up so that we can access the seat of the chair. And let's start with a little bit of a warm up for the full body. So we'll have our feet anchored in line with our hips. We'll try to have our toes pointing straight forward. Bring your hands up to the sky. Let's breathe in here. And we're going to come in down to a forward fold when you're ready. Now, having your hands on your chair, let's shake those legs out a little bit. So it may feel nice to bend one knee, to bend the other knee. Maybe relax your head yes, and relax your head no. Now, as you come to stillness, hands to the right. Let's land in a side stretch. And then try to get grounded evenly through both of the feet, inside and outside of each foot. And back to center, hands to the other side. Really reach and stretch through the waist, lengthen through the side body, through the arm, through the fingertips. Let's bring ourselves back through to center. Little bend at the knees if you need to. Let's work with our spine here. We'll take cat and dog stretch, sometimes called cat and cow. So lowering the stomach, lifting the heart, and then rounding through your back. So head drops, letting your head hang heavy. Lowering the stomach, let's lift up through the heart. And tailbone will lower, crown of the head will lower. Find your own rhythmic flow here. Lengthen as you inhale. Lengthen as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from the ears. We'll create a little space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, round your back body, imagining creating space between the shoulder blades. Coming into a neutral spine here. Nice deep bend in the right knee. Let's plant that right hand down. Left hand rises. Give yourself a twist here. So we're finding our twist, straight leg on the left side. This can also be a very nice IT band stretch for your body. So really try to twist into it. See if you can find a little length here in the side body. We'll bring ourselves back to center. Now keep your legs exactly how they are. And let's take that right hand up. So we have our right knee bent, and then we'll take our right hand up. And if that right heel lifts off of the mat or off of the ground, that's okay. And options with your hands. So hand can be right on up towards the ceiling. You can also wrap your arm around your low back if you'd like. That's a half bind. And release. We're going to float ourselves back through to center. Take a nice deep bend in your left knee. And then let's take our left hand or our right hand up. And then we're just going to find the breath. So just making sure that you're twisting on the opposite side this time. Now we're just going to keep those legs exactly how they are. And then let's just change up the hands. We'll take that opposite hand up when you're ready. Maybe half bind here. I know the second twist can be a little bit more challenging because it's a closed twist. So it can be a little hard to open yourself up into a twist, but just give it your best here. Nice twist for your low back, mid back, and upper back. Let's come back to center. We're going to come into a forward fold. Right leg lifts. Let's try for a balancing pose here. We'll try for a warrior three pose. And this pose is nice because if it's feeling a little easy while you're holding onto the chair, maybe challenge your balance a little bit. Maybe you're going to lift your hands off of the chair. And our balancing poses are so important. Really good for strengthening the standing leg. We strengthen all the muscles through the knee, through the ankle, through the foot. We get those little muscles. We also get our big muscles too. Let's try for some crunches here. We're going to take 5 total. Take your knee to your nose on exhale. Let's do a round and a crunch. Float your leg back. Knee to nose. Let's do a round exhale. Really try to compress that front body. And 3 more times at your own pace here. Right foot meets left. Let's bring it down to a forward fold. Left leg extends behind. Let's land back through to that warrior three pose. Play with the balance a little bit more. Lift your hands from the chair. And 5 crunches total. Again, you can just find your own rhythmic flow here, moving to the rise, moving to the fall of your breath. And when that feels complete, let's land ourselves back in a forward fold. We can lower the stomach, lift through the heart, and then little round of the spine. We'll bring it on up to stand. Fingers will interlock. Let's press our palms up. Nice full breath here to lengthen. Little shifting to the right and to the left. Here, wiggle in the waist. And each time that you create this movement, really try to lift up and out of the waist. Find a little bit more length here. Pausing, let's release off towards the left. Feel the right hip press to the right. And back to center, let's lengthen and hands to the other side. Ground evenly through both of your feet, inside and outside of each foot. Let's come back through to center, releasing the hands behind your body. We'll come into Yoga Mudra. For this one, fingers will interlock. Take your palms to touch. Maybe imagine that you could squeeze a pencil in between the shoulder blades. Option to stay here with your spine straight. You may want to come down to a fold when you're ready. Arms can run along your back. You can also release your arms away from your back body. Try to relax the fronts of the shoulders and just noticing if that helps you move a little deeper into the shoulder stretch. Hands onto the low back. Hands relax down towards the ground. And then let's roll it on up to stand. Nice full breath in. We can take our shoulders up, back, and down. So let's take a moment to work with the quad stretch. So what we'll do is we'll come on up to our chair. And if you're going to try to come to the right side of your chair a little bit. And we're going to start by bringing our left knee onto the chair. We have our hand here to hold on if we need it, just to kind of steady ourselves. Try to reach back for your left foot. Now, if that's feeling challenging, you may want to just bend your knee and then encourage it in. But if you can reach for your foot, you'll do that. And we're just going to hold on here for a minute. So you can stay right where you're at. If you feel pretty confident that the balance is strong, feel free to step away from the chair. And as we hold this pose, see if you can encourage this knee to roll down a little bit. So that would just give you a little bit more of a quad stretch. And we're not going to kick our foot back like that dancer pose, but we do want to create a tiny sensation of kicking our foot into our hand just to activate some more muscles there in the leg. And release. Let's give that a try on the other side. So we'll go over to the left side to start. Right knee can hop up, reach back for the foot. And then if you'd like, step away from the chair. And anytime that we work with our balancing pose, we want to find a drishti, finding that one spot to focus concentration, to focus awareness. And once you find that spot, not letting the eyes shift at all. And release. We're going to float the foot down. Let's give it a little shake on out. We can shake out the wrist, shake out through the legs a little bit. And reset. Let's bring ourselves back to seated. And just how we began today. So try to scooch to the edge of your seat. Check in, make sure that you have your 90-degree angle in your legs, and then also have your shoulders over your hips. Let's bring our hands onto the shoulders. We'll bring our elbows forward. Let's take them up, back, and down. Take a full breath in and release. And one more time, let's inhale and exhale. Great. Let's take our hands right on up to the sky. We'll do a little wrist release here. And circling the hands as you gently lower the hands down. We'll just try to create that nice full range of movement. And sometimes you might hear little cracks and pops. And we're going to circle in the other direction. So typically they say as long as there's no pain accompanied with sounds of little cracks and pops and things like that, that everything's okay. You can always consult your physician just to check in. We're going to reverse float down. We'll do that a few more times. So each time that you land at the top or the bottom, just reverse the movement. And this stretch is just really nice for getting the circulation and blood flowing to the wrists. And I know that we all use our wrists so much through the day at the computer, typing and with the phone. So it's great to do a little work on them to help revitalize them. Really good resets. There's also so many little muscles that can get imbalanced, big muscles as well in the arms. So just little movements like this can really help to bring a little bit more balance into the body. And let's begin to release the hands into the heart. We're going to take our hands into prayer position. Fingers will interlock, palms will touch, and circle out through the wrists. Maybe large circles here or smaller circles. And reverse. We'll flow in the other direction. And from here, let's give the wrists a little bit of a shake out. We're just going to shake out any tension here left behind. Hands can relax when you're ready. Let's take a nice full breath in, shoulders up, back, and down. Let's go 2 more times. Full breath in, out. 1 more time. And let it go. Thank you so much for joining today. It's a pleasure to be here with you, to share chair yoga with you. I hope that you feel better now. I hope that your body feels more relaxed, aligned, balanced, and I hope the mind also feels a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more calm. Have a fantastic day. Have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome.
That's wonderful, Stacey.
Thank you so much.